Kohler 25 horsepower engine family 1KHXS725ZGC was running fine, started missing and then quit. Has fuel. Turns over, hot battery. I can hold the plug wire and feel spark on both cylinders but not hot enough to fire across the plug. Will not start. Hi, my name is you for letting me try and assist you with your problem. If the problem is actually weak spark, then you need a new coil or possibly flywheel. They're both critical in production of current to provide spark. The most common issue is always a bad coil. But I have seen several bad flywheels. If you're not in a huge hurry, I'd get a new coil to start with and see if that fixes it.
I thought those engines had a voltage booster after the coil of some sort. Do you think if the coil was bad I would have any spark? Another thought I had is with the two cylinders, will I have two coils? If I have two, is it likely that both went bad at one time? Could any of the safety switches create that kind of issue? This is on a Skag 61-inch mower. Is the coil/S under the flywheel on that engine? Please answer tonight. I need to fix it very soon tomorrow if I can find the part/S. Thanks.
No booster. Coil can be weak, not just completely bad. Some engines have one coil for both. You'll have to look up your model and serial number on something like partstry.com to verify what you have exactly. Safety switches won't do it. The coils are next to the flywheel on the outside. Another name for them is magneto.
I would like to request another expert. Your answers are very generic and you do not appear to be familiar with this engine or lawn tractor.
Welcome to Just Answer Small Engines. Let me try to help you. What is the engine model number? The family number does not identify your engine. If your coils have more than one small wire on them, they do have a separate ignition component. And I do doubt that both coils fail at the same time. And I have yet to see a flywheel cause this.
Thanks, Curtis. The only numbers I could find were on a sticker on the starter. They are 2509808 WI 53044 12 volts 10,455,513. The engine is on a Skag mower model STT61A25CH serial number ###. People have said it was likely a safety switch. Tonight we replaced the brake and both control arm safety switches. The old ones did not test bad when we got them off, but we had bought them, so we went ahead and changed them. We also replaced the relay at their recommendation. Same problem recently, we had replaced the blade clutch and switch. We took the cowling off the flywheel and saw no damaged wires. We cleaned the flywheel and coil magnets and blew out the whole area. We disconnected all wire connections and sprayed cleaner on each. Again, the spark was weak, but we had spark at both plugs, but not enough to jump the plugs. Only enough to give us a tinkle when we held them.
Kohler CH25 68699 is the engine model number. Are the coils a single small wire on each coil? If they are, have you tried the spark with a small wire removed? Here is service manual link for the CH25. Section 8 is the ignition. http://www.kohlerengines.com/online-catalog/pdf/sm_24_690_06.pdf.
Curtis, the coils have two small wires and the plug wires.
This would be the Smart Spark system. It has a SAM, Spark Advanced module. The test procedure is covered in the service manual I linked. Page 36 shows the system, and page 41 starts the test S. The ground is critical to the system, so check all the ground points on the coils, and coils need to be mounted 0.012 inch from the flywheel. There is also test for the coils. If the coils pass the test, the SAM is the likely candidate.
Curtis, thanks for the reference. I reviewed it last night and will do the test today and get back later. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Curtis, both coils tested bad. Hard to understand how both would go out at one time without some other cause. Both tested that plug wire was going to ground. Ohm reading of 6. Rather than to several thousand ohms for a good coil. What could cause both to go bad at one time? We bought 2 coils yesterday and they were the wrong coils. We are getting the right ones today. Is it possible that the key switch is bad and causing that to happen? I understand that a diode is between the coils. This would be a one-way switch. I could not find it to check it unless it is in the SAM. Do I need to test it? Is that where it is? Please stay with me on this and I will make it worth your while.
The coils can blow if they have direct battery voltage applied to them. Basically, they should have no voltage to them. I will be out of town till Sunday night. Keep in touch.
Curtis, I messed up on the coils being bad. I didn't see the K on the meter. Instead of reading 60 ohms between the metal core and the plug connection was 6,000, which is in range. Bought new coils before I realized my mistake and they did not correct the situation. So far I have replaced all safety switches, the relay, both coils and the ignition switch. Have disconnected and used electrical cleaner on all wiring connections, new plugs. Earlier we had replaced the clutch and the switch controlling the clutch. The fuses are good and as far as we can see the wires are not rubbing or bare. Still no fire or really very low spark, not enough to jump the plug. The procedure in the manual to test the SAM requires a special tool. Am I at the point of buying the SAM or having it tested? Or is there something obvious we are missing? Can I check ground in some special way? Or that I am getting power at all points required? Confused.
If all grounds check to be good, using the volt/ohm meter, and you have weak spark, I think you have a bad SAM. Nothing else will cause weak spark.
Have pulled SAM to have it tested or replaced. Will do Monday. I have also pulled the regulator/rectifier to have it checked as well. I get some strange voltage readings at center terminal when the engine is turning over by battery. Thank you again.
Okay.
Curtis, on Monday we found that no one locally could test the SAM nor was there one to buy in this area. We ordered one and it is supposed to be in Friday, tomorrow. I will install it then. We have been told that there is a diode in the wiring that could cause this. I cannot find it as a separate item. Is it built into another component?
The Kohler does not use the diode in the kill circuit, like the Briggs does. Let's see what the SAM does. I think that will get you going.
Thanks, Curtis, I will let you know.
Okay, thanks.
Curtis, we got the salmon and replaced it. Still weak spark. Please, any other thoughts? You said if the grounds are all good. Tell me how to verify that. The screws all look good. We have used electrical cleaner and or sandpaper on every junction we could find. We have a good digital multimeter. Have not used it to check ground. How would you suggest using the meter to check ground? Another question: could a bad rectifier/regulator cause this kind of issue? This is on a Skag ZTR mower, 61-inch commercial model. The Skag dealer keeps telling us to look for problems with the safety switches. We have replaced them all. But no ground in that system could possibly cause the problem. Is there a place in the wiring that we could isolate the engine from the safety switch side? This would allow us to know for sure which side the problem is on. We are getting outdone with this. Your help has been solid, and I think we are reasonably good on things like this, but we are very confused. Please respond as quick as possible.
Use ohm meter to check for good ground. I'm no whiz when it comes to ohm readings. I just know I want to see meter drop to 0 when I have good ground. Safety switch should only affect the starter circuit, not the spark/kill circuit. The safety system can be bypassed by looking at the wiring diagram and see which two terminals on the starter switch are the ground circuit that goes to the switches and comes back to the key switch. Jumping these two terminals should bypass the switches.
Curtis, if the stator is weak or the regulator/rectifier is bad, can this cause a weak spark? We have a weak spark, not no spark. Seems like a ground issue would cause a no spark situation. We now have new coils, new SAM and new plugs on the firing side of things. Can magnets on the flywheel lose their power? I am just grasping at straws.
Stator and rectifier would show as low battery. Unless you have a charging problem, I don't see either causing a no start. I have never seen magnets lose their power and cause a weak spark. Looks like the only thing you haven't tried is the ignition switch. You have traced the wires back to the switch and found no bare wires or shorts that could be affecting the spark. I was out walking my dogs and I wonder, does this engine have oil pressure switch? Could it be shorting out the spark?
No oil switch. We found the problem. There is an electronic module on that engine. All the wires from the safety switches back through at 8 prongs. We found a short in the brake switch and the wires looked good, so we took a chance on the module. The Skag dealer's serviceman said the old module had been replaced with a new one and he was surprised it had lasted that long. We have all new electronic components and safety switches. The way we saw something was wrong was if we were trying to start the engine, the starter would try to engage even if the brake switch was open. Thank you for working with me. Your info was very solid and helped us trace out the system.
Wow, good job. Thanks for the information. I will make note of this. Not something you see every day.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert, now visit JustAnswer.com/YTHI.